Hi, my name's Saskia. I'm Trisha's daughter. I'm 18. I'm studying film production at Tisch, NYU in New York. Today I'm going to ask my mum a few questions about her life decisions. So tell me something you've never told me before.
That's a really tough one because I've pretty much told you everything that has gone on in our lives in terms of my relationship with your father. So, in terms of a deep dark secret, I don't really have any. Um, I'm pretty boring as a parent, but I think probably it puts a lot of pressure on you because I have been married to your father for a very, very long time. It's not as if I had another life before you came along. I had a life with your father. And that puts pressure on you to think that that's what, is expected out of two people. And sometimes it is, and sometimes it doesn't happen that way.
Is there something you would have done differently as a mum?
I actually think that I did the best job I could. I think both of us as parents were hands-on. We gave you all the love and the attention and the commitment that you needed. But what is interesting is that having done that and felt that we have done that as parents, I think we're all destined to be complicated people. And I think you had an exceptionally happy childhood, but you have issues now that are to do with being alive today, being a generation that has to deal with the changes in technology and social media and expectation and pressure. So although we raised you to the best of our ability, I think you have to find your own happiness and your own stability. And if anything, I find it very, very difficult to be a parent of an 18-year-old with issues because I can't fix certain things. As much as you do everything to fix when you're a child, you can't do it past a certain point.
Is there any advice you'd give me if I have an 18-year-old daughter with issues?
You know, I give you lots of advice all the time, and maybe you don't want all that advice, but I keep going back
Advice.
to be the best role model you can be, because you can lecture, you can talk, you can advise, you can suggest, you can do everything in your power to try and make sure that you take paths that will be good for you, not necessarily for me, but for you. But at the end of the day, I think what you absorb most successfully and most viscerally and innately is role modeling. However, whatever phases you're going through, whatever struggles you have, you ultimately know where you want to get to and what point you want to reach and what sort of person you want to be and what kind of relationships you want to have based on what you've seen in your own family.
Do you see me as being very similar to you as a parent when I'm older?
Completely and utterly. And that gives me huge comfort. It gives me comfort because there are certain things that I don't have to say that you're already saying out loud. You are a certain way that is just, I hate to say it because it's tough for you, but it's so me that it makes me smile.
Do you think I'll go for a man similar to Dad?
I hope so. I think so. And I hope you find him. You can have all the will in the world, you can have all the best discipline and focus and love, but you need an element of luck. It doesn't mean that you can't be yourself. But I also hope that you don't go forward with these expectations that are almost unreal to see yourself for the next 50 years with the same person. But while you're with them, you live day to day and you give it all you have and you make it work. And if it comes to a close, if it comes to an end, there is nothing wrong with that either.
What do you know now that you wish you'd known at my age?
I actually wish I didn't know the things I know now at my age, at your age. At your age, I was a lot more, I went much more with a rhythm, with a sense of not knowing quite where I was going, but that was okay. When you're just more carefree. And I really think we were, on one level, better off without social media and being hyper-connected all the time, every day. That social media thing, I've seen it with you particularly undermine a little bit of your own self-confidence and your own self-esteem, because it is something based on judgment and self-judgment a lot by looking at others. I actually feel almost more anxious now than I did when I was your age.